You saw in the earlier video, video number 60, I think it was beans, maters, and more. So this was that big red bag of corn that we had purchased. So here we have it shucked out and have it silked and getting ready to go to the next step. Okay, the next step is we're taking the corn off the cob, and I've got my favorite mother-in-law doing it. Even though I'm not her favorite son-in-law, she is my favorite mother-in-law. And she is, you can see by her shirt there, she's the blessed nana to our grandkids. So here she's cutting the corn off the cob. And here you can see she's taking the back side of the knife, the non-sharp part, the non-blade part, and scraping the cob just to get a little bit more off, and that keeps from dulling the blade. Okay, you see these 4 bowls of corn. That's the corn that come off those 40 cobs, give or take 40. We didn't count them. It was blanched in the microwave, first time we ever done it, so anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes depending on the size bowl. So now they're sitting here on the counter. It'll cool down for anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes, again depending on the size of the bowl and how much corn's in the bowl. And the next step will be to put 2 cups into a pint bag similar to what we did to the green butter beans. And we'll put that in the freezer and get ready to eat it later. Okay, the ladies are finished with the corn. We ended up with 10 bags. They have 2 cups each. And just like the green butter beans, the label on the outside of the corn says bicolor corn in today's date. And the reason it's bicolor corn is that it's white and yellow. So it actually has both colors on the same cob. Okay, so if you remember the peaches that we bought last week, again, my favorite mother-in-law is over here at the house, and she has decided that we have drug around long enough and not taken care of the peaches and have left them on the table, so she is fixing to scald them. That way they can take the skin off of them. So if you're wondering why we boiled the peaches before we peeled them, because see how easy that skin peels off? If you'd have tried to peel these cold, you'd have lost a lot of the fruit. So see, it just peels that skin off, and that's why we do that. Okay, what I didn't get to show you is you can see now in the peaches, it's got some liquid in it, and that is a concoction that Jackie and her mama calls simple syrup. It's a mixture of water and sugar, and then they sprinkled fruit fresh on the top of it and just mixed it up. Okay, so we put the peaches in this container here, and it ended up being 5 quarts, including the simple syrup. So those will go in the refrigerator to chill overnight. And then our plans are is we could have peaches to go in our cereal or over some ice cream, or hopefully make some peach jam. Peach jam or peach jelly?
Jam.
Make peach jam with it. So stay tuned. Those peaches have been in the refrigerator for better than a day. And in case you can't tell, there is some ice cream under those peaches. Yes, you can buy ice cream with peaches from the store, but nothing beats ice cream with fresh peaches on the top of it, unless you had homemade ice cream, which we didn't have time to make. So this is the next best thing. Boy, don't those peaches look good. Okay, we finally found time to finish the peaches, and we ended up with 4 pint bags of peaches. Those will go in the freezer, and we'll use them at a later date. And ended up with 7 jars of peach jam, because they actually have peach pieces in there, so they actually have chunks. So that is peach jam. So that's all for our peach crop for right now. Okay, here's the finished product of the peach jam. It's on bread that's been buttered, or on toast that's been buttered. And you can see the chunks of peaches in it, so we're fixing to have a taste test. I was just sitting here thinking, I don't think I have ever eaten peach jam or even peach jelly from the store, so I really don't have nothing to compare to. But this here is sweet, and I like the chunks of peaches in it. Welcome back. It's Saturday morning, June 6th. Here is 2 bushels of what we call snap beans, but they're really green beans. And they're actually, we think, Blue Lake green beans, but my wife and favorite mother-in-law, sister-in-law, and niece decided they needed to go back to the U-Pick farm and get some beans. Alright, so the 2 bushels you just saw have been snapped by these 3 ladies, and this is the results of that effort. Good morning, everyone. It's Sunday morning. I don't know when you'll see this clip because I'm mixing it in with a bunch of others. But on the right is our Burpless Cucumbers, and we've already been picking those. The one on the left is a Green Dragon, and it's the first one of those that we have picked. And the difference between these two is the Green Dragon we've actually grew from a seed, where the Burpless Cucumbers we picked or transplanted from plants. So that's why the Burpless is a couple of weeks ahead of the Green Dragon. And in a moment we're going to peel one of each and show you the difference of what they look like on the inside, because if you can see this, the Green Dragon has a lot more spines, I don't know the proper term for it, but little spines sticking out of it than what the Burpless does. But let's look and see what the inside of them looks like. Okay, here's one of each peeled, the Green Dragon on the left, the Burpless on the right. We've tasted them, and honestly, I cannot tell any difference in the taste. As far as the coloring, they're both equally matched. As far as the seeds, they're about equal. So one thing we are thinking though, is that maybe we should have let the Green Dragon grow another couple of days to see if there's a difference. Here we have 8 pounds of whiteacre peas. These come from Coggins Farms in Valdosta, Georgia. They picked them and they shelled them, but they're fresh from the farm. So we cut out the middleman. So just like we did the green butter beans, or like Jackie did the green butter beans, she's washing these whiteacre peas, getting what I call the trash out, and cleaning these up. Then they'll go here in the pot to be blanched. Okay, so we started with 8 pounds of whiteacre peas, and they've been blanched as you just saw. Then we put them in the ice bath, which was ice cold water, until they cooled down. Then we bagged them up, so we've ended up with 12 pint bags. So 8 pounds is turned into 12 pint bags. So you saw all that, and that's the most recent update from our garden and from our experiences at the U-Pick farm, and from putting up some different vegetables. I hope you liked it. If you do, give us a thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, I ask that you hit that subscribe button. If you're a returning viewer, I just want to thank you and just ask God's blessing to each and every one of you, and we'll see you next time.